Next, I'd like to introduce the Command Senior Enlisted Advisor for the Texas Military Department, Command Chief Master Sergeant Michael Cornitius. Chief?
Hey, sir. Good afternoon. Since it is afternoon now, hopefully video will work here in a minute. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to address all of our NGAT members. And one of the things that, I want to reiterate that the Adjutant General talked about is how many operations we're involved in, what our soldiers, airmen, and state guardsmen are really supporting in way of not just the domestic operations piece of what we do, but also federally. We have quite a few that are on mobilizations around the world. And with all these operations comes quite a few of challenges for our force. But first, I couldn't do anything by myself. And I always say this, and I mean it wholeheartedly, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So it takes a team. And that team for me, of course, starts with the Adjutant General, but then also it starts with other senior enlisted advisors that we have with Command Sergeant Major Jason Featherston and Command Chief Master Sergeant Latasha Mitchell now, who is our state command chief for the Texas Air National Guard. And then, of course, Command Sergeant Major Turbeville, who is the State Guard Senior Enlisted Advisor. So one of the big events that we had here recently, and I was very honored that the Adjutant General came out and took part in it and saw on our DD Day, and we had quite a few of our sponsors, and along with some of our local elected leaders who came out, was the Best Warrior competition for the state level. And it was a great competition. We changed up a little bit. For those of y'all who don't know, we added water to the events now. So it's a different dynamic, and it really gets the soldiers and airmen that participate. And this year we didn't get our state partners here from our countries of Czech Republic, Chile, and now Egypt because of COVID. But with the COVID environment and the way we handled it and the way that the team that really instituted that for us, they did a great job. And our winners were overall winners from the Army National Guard for NCO with Sergeant Maston, and our junior enlisted overall winner was an airman, Senior Airman Ginjimi. They set themselves apart and really did a great job, and we appreciate all of those that participated in it. And for the commanders and the command sergeant majors and command chiefs that are on here, I appreciate your support in allowing your soldiers and airmen to participate in that. I know it was very difficult this year with all the missions we have going on. And then on top of that, this year, we're going to host the regional competition for Best Warrior. And it's still going to be at Camp Swift, but we're changing up a little bit there too. We're visiting multiple training sites within our state, so we can give those competitors an opportunity to see what all Texas is about and what all we have. And that'll be in May 3 through 7. So if anyone could make it out at that time, you're more than welcome to come out. And I will share the DV day that we'll have for that with either Teresa or you, sir, or Marvin, and make sure that gets out to everybody. So some of the things that we're working on from the enlisted force perspective, which are new, is we are trying to get towards a talent management based approach of selecting and promoting. And this doesn't mean it's a specific person, specific time, place. We're looking for that person in the right place and time is the one thing we're doing, but it's not geared towards one person. What we're trying to do with this process is give everybody an opportunity to see what it takes to get to the level of leadership that is within their career time frame. And so with that comes the opportunity for them to see some of the courses, some of the leadership positions, some of the professional development positions that they should be part of if they want to attain the senior enlisted leader positions. So it's a different way of moving forward. It's a different thing than we've done in the past, but we're really trying to get after this and understand and help everybody understand that it's not for one person. This is for the entire force, and we really want everyone to get that chance. And then the reason I'm building that and the reason we're going towards that is because we want to be able to get more people in positions like Command Sergeant Major Sampa, who is the Army National Guard Senior Enlisted Advisor right now. And if we can't get people to attend some of those trainings and get some of that exposure, it'll never happen for them. And that's something on our side that we've got to figure out and fix. So lots of movement, lots of things going on. Another thing I'm focused on is mental health for our force. Everybody knows with COVID, it caused quite a stress on the majority of us, our families, our livelihoods, and it also created some problems within our forces. So what we're trying to do is really understand where these problems are, what we can do better, and how we can assist in getting them there. And so I'm looking at the holistic health and fitness approach of everything, which includes not only, of course, mental health, but also includes societal, it includes physical health, spiritual health, and things along those lines. So we are really trying to get after that. And one of the things in fitness side we're getting some new measurement devices, if you want to call it that, and it's really to help us assist with our soldiers and our airmen to understand some of the weaknesses they may have moving forward. And it's a great product. Once we get it in hand, I think we'll be able to make some impacts on the Army, especially moving to the ACFT, and how we can build that better soldier and assist them in passing that fitness test once it becomes a normalized process, because there still are changes going on with that. Another thing we're looking at is the innovation piece. And I know that's the buzzword for, it seems like the last 1.5 to 2 years, but it really is. It's all about not just items. It's all about thought. It's all about making sure you have the right people, the right place, making sure that we have the opportunities open for every person and not select few, so that we can be inclusive and really understand where we all come from. And part of that innovation is really just getting out and talking and finding out how we can do things differently, and getting support from the field and the troops that are in your units and everyone's areas. That's how we're going to get after this and make it happen. And it may be programs, it may be equipment, but it also might just be a different way of looking at things. So you heard the Adjutant General talk about, we have new leadership for the Army National Guard, for the National Guard itself, Chief of National Guard, and the Air National Guard. Well, with that, we also have new senior enlisted advisors. So of course, on the Army National Guard side, we talked about already, Command Sergeant Major Sampa. He is the, I guess you would say, the enduring or the experienced person that's in his position, because he's been there for a couple of years now. But we do have a new Senior Enlisted Advisor, Chief National Guard Bureau, which is Chief Master Sergeant Tony Whitehead, and a new Senior Enlisted Advisor for the Director of the Air National Guard, which is Chief Master Sergeant Maurice Williams. So just as the tag said about the officers, the general officers that are in those positions, they are friends of us as well, and I have a great relationship with both of them, so much so that we've already hosted both in the state for various events, and they really like the way that we're doing things and want to help us get things even more. So we'll start trying to do as much as we can with that, along with, of course, our great Texans, I keep saying, Sergeant Major Sampa. One of the things that I really want to do is talk about, COVID shots. We're talking about how we're getting out there and we're doing things. A lot of our junior force really isn't understanding how important that is, because they think they're invincible. So if we have junior enlisted on this call or junior officers, please make sure that you understand it's an important thing. It helps protect you, it helps protect your family, and it helps protect all of us. So let's get out there. Let's make sure that we are understanding and making the right decision based on what's right for us and our family, and really knowing what this is about. So I just wanted to say that real quick as a push, because the more I get out and visit, the more I hear more about people not wanting to do that. And if we can ever get back to what is the new normal and being able to have everybody vaccinated or immunized, that would be the way that we'd be able to make that happen. As you heard the Adjutant General say, we're trying to make sure we can do things together again. And once we can get to that point, we will be able to. I did want to say congratulations to Mariah Cruz on being selected as the next follow-on president. So congratulations on that. And then finally, I want to thank the sponsors for really understanding and seeing that this is the only way we can do things right now. But once we get back to the new normal, we'll definitely make sure we cement those relationships even more and support you as much as you support us. So thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.